I just left a restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. You know, I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that I guess is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father. I'm trying to do everything that's right, and I just get stood up. Like, my feelings didn't even matter. Sitting there eating a meal by myself and realizing that nobody even cares about people anymore. Like, alien dating shouldn't even be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to find somebody. It shouldn't be this difficult to fall in love. To be kind to one another. Like, what? Ladies, tell me, what did I do wrong?
Welcome to the Real Power is People podcast. It's your boy. You should already know who it is. You should have been listening. Press that like button, hit that subscribe, hit the bell so you get the notifications and whatnot. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all feeling good. I'm gonna go back and do something that I ain't done in a while, and that's the random observation of the day. And this is a quote, and I believe it comes from the Bible, book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 15. I didn't even know there was a book named Titus. That shows you how far away I am from it. But the quote goes like this: "To the pure, all things are pure. But to those who are corrupted and do not believe, nothing is pure. In fact, both their minds and consciences are corrupted." Just something for you to think about. And I'm going to get into the content, man, dealing with this gentleman who recorded himself. You know, he wasn't crying, but he was on the verge of seeming like crying, hurt because he got stood up. And come on, who hasn't been stood up, guys? We've all been stood up. I think we've probably all been ghosted. And after a while, it's just like, all right, that's just a potentiality. That's something that can happen. It is what it is. You got to be strong enough to let that shit slide off your back. But you got to develop a personal strategy to mitigate that. Of course, it seems like his strategy is to be a really nice guy. Hey, I'm here to tell you, if nobody else has, the word nice, it really has a connotation of being foolish. Nice, yeah, you can be nice, but nice is foolish. Now, being generous, that's different. I give, I don't expect nothing back. You're not fooling me. I'm not paying for your time or your attention. I'm just a generous person. I like to give, like it makes me feel good. But to entice someone with something to get them to stay, that's different. These days, traditional courting, at least in America, if you ask me, that shit's pretty much dead. And it's been dead for, I'd say most of my adulthood, man. It's really not a thing because, for one, the guy is expected to be extremely nice, and that doesn't get you very far. They say forever, nice guys finish last. Some nice guys don't finish at all. And I've had a few stories, I'll say, come past me recently from people that know people that know people. And it seems that there are a lot of guys who just don't get it. They genuinely don't get it. There's a lower part of myself that doesn't give a damn about helping anybody out with something like this. And then there's the higher part of me that believes that the world would be better if everybody was happy. Because happy people pretty much mind their business and they don't go around bothering people. And that's the problem. The whole problem in society is people trying to control other people not agreeing with somebody else's lifestyle. And it really comes from whatever their own discomfort is. So old boy really asked for the ladies to chime in on what's going wrong with him. And I'm going to tell you, the ladies ain't going to tell you, bro. The ladies ain't going to tell you. They'll show you sympathy. They'll be like, oh, he's so sweet. Potentially. There'll be some that'll do that. But, you know, what you really need is a guy to come and hit you in the chest real quick and tell you to man up and tell you to, hey, man, you got to switch some shit around. You got to change your perception. You got to change yourself. You know what I mean? Like, asking the ladies what they want, I mean, bro, if you just look at what they say without you asking them, and you can look online and verify this, they want a guy, you know, the typical 3 6s, right? six figures, 6 feet, 6-pack abs. You know what I'm saying? You got to be the mark of the beast in this bitch to really get on. You know what I mean? But the reality is, it's not all that. You don't have to have all of that. You really don't. But you need to be in a better spot than where you are, because what are your results? Look at the results that you're getting. You know, like I said, anybody could get stood up. Anybody could get ghosted. So don't feel like it's just you. It's not just you. But if these results are consistent within your life, yes, you are the common denominator. You got to change something. One thing women gonna like, yes, they like somebody who's physically in shape. It don't matter if you skinny. Don't matter if you a bigger guy. But women tend to like arms. They tend to like a nice back. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of look like you can hold your own in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like you'd be cool if you could just get to that level. You know what I'm saying? Anything you need to do cosmetically to fix yourself, as far as like maybe you need to get your teeth fixed. Maybe you need to see the barber every day. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And I want to clarify. I'm not just talking about this guy. I don't like to pick on individual people. I like to take something that they may have put online and use it as an example of what I'm talking about. But what I'm really getting down to is the principles of the matter, the principles of the circumstances or situation. That's what I like to go at, because I'm talking to everybody. It's not just him. I don't want to sit up here and talk bad about somebody. Now, I said that because I'm really prefacing what I'm about to say. Let's say that, you know, you may have a lazy eye or something like that, right? You got to make other parts of yourself physically appealing. And if you don't want to do that, then, you know, you got to keep it 100. You got to keep it a buck with yourself. And you need to seek out women who are on your level. Women need to do the same thing. That's what Kevin Samuels was telling excuse my language. That's what Kevin Samuels was telling people, and he got hated for. A lot of people know by now that he was doing that to the men first. I think this guy, you know, needs to probably listen to Kevin Samuels' old videos. But because Kevin Samuels was going after the guys first, right? So what I would tell this guy, without insulting him and anybody like him, is like, man, you really got to step your game up like 100 levels. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you in your let's just say you in your 30s. Man, you got to step your game up. You know what I'm saying? It's guys in their 20s. It's teenagers that understand the game. You know, like I said, I've been hearing stories from people that know people that, you know what I'm saying, I associate with, where like a lot of guys do not get it. And they are in their 30s, late 30s, you know, and for whatever reason, there's something a little off about them that's off-putting to women. I had a talk with a close family member not long ago, and she was talking about some guy that's, you know, she knows or whatever, right? I'm gonna keep it very vague, but he may come off as a nice guy that wants to spend time with her, or at least talk to her often, right? But he doesn't make his intentions known. That's strike number one, right? And then another big strike is he's kind of judgmental. You know, I had a talk with some clients not a few clients, not that long ago, just about being judgmental. Sometimes people think that they're nice and they're pure and they're good, but when you put that in your head, then you start to look down at other people. And one thing about women is women want to be free. You know, they may want to be with you and they may want you to lead, but that's because they trust you. They trust the mission you're on. They want to go along for the ride, but they still want to be free. They don't want to be shackled. You know, nobody wants to be shackled. You want to do things on your own volition. And I had a podcast earlier. You can go back in the list. Maybe I'll try to place it in the link. But it was about what's deeper than love. And what's deeper than love is acceptance. But you can't accept somebody else if you can't accept yourself first. Now, granted, with this particular example, this guy, maybe he does accept himself. I don't know. But to me, bro, you can't be putting yourself online looking like this. That's another huge strike. You're online, you know, airing out your grievances. Why? Do you think that you're really going to get sympathy online? I mean, you could look at any video that you want. People get online to try to roast people anonymously. That's what online allows people to do. Get their feelings out and hopefully not get any repercussions from it. As a grown man, you really don't want to make yourself look soft out here. You really don't. Because people, you know, retweet, they reshare, you know, they repost. And before you know it, man, your ass done went viral. And now every female around you is like, oh, this is a lick. this is a whole lick right here. But look, water seeks its own level, man. Get with you a chick who is mannerable, who's nice, got some courtesy about her, holds herself well. Maybe she's a little overweight. Maybe she ain't got the porn star shape or whatever. Maybe she got a lazy eye. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, that's probably on your level. You know what I mean? So can you accept her? If you accept yourself, you gotta accept her. You know what I mean? If they're on the same level, but they a nice person, you know what I mean? Like, everybody ain't gonna have the baddest broad, man. It's you know, it's not a lot of them to go around. Same with the guys. It's not a lot of guys that, you know, muscular and handsome in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't got a good personality. It's far and few between out here of that type of archetype. It's okay to be somewhere in the middle. The middle is very broad, it's very wide. It's good people in the middle. It's good looking people in the middle. You know what I'm saying? The middle is very broad. Nobody's saying you gotta go and get with the girl who look like Quasimodo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gotta be all that. Just get you a nice little decent chick, you know what I mean, that actually wants what you want. You know? So that you don't get taken advantage of. Cause that's where I see this whole thing leading. When you start crying on the internet about, oh, I'm such a nice guy and I bought flowers and I was willing to pay for dinner and, you know what I'm saying, I was going to suck her toes, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, bro. Like, just chill on that. Build yourself first. You should, you know, financially build yourself financially for yourself. You probably already got a little bit of bread. You might already have some bread, but build yourself in other ways. Build your character and realize that out here in these streets, yes, it's cold, but I feel like you gotta be colder. You gotta be colder. But you could just be a regular guy, get you a regular chick, settle down, do the things you want to do, man. But realize that women still want a little pizzazz from you or whatever, you know. So this is your boy. This is the Real Power is People podcast. If you have any thoughts, put them in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Press the like. Please share. 1.